Track 1.31. 1,
We travelled around Europe last year.
2,
We set off in June.
3,
We took off late, but
4,
we landed on time in Berlin.
5,
We hitchhiked across Germany.
6,
A kind man gave us a lift to Frankfurt.
7,
We boarded a train to Paris.
8,
We changed at Strasbourg.
9.
We got to Paris at 7:30.
Track 1.32. 1, H.
They missed their train.
2, B.
My car broke down on the motorway.
3, G.
There was a lot of turbulence during the flight.
4, F.
I had a crash on the drive to work.
5, A.
The traffic jam went on for miles down the road.
6, J.
There was something wrong with the plane.
7, E.
There was a strike, so there were no buses.
8, C.
We got lost in the city centre.
9, D.
There was a long queue at the ticket office.
10, I.
There was a delay at the station.
Track 1.33.
Well, I was in a rush that morning, and I suppose I set off a bit late. It was raining when I left the house, and there was a lot of traffic on the roads. I got to the airport just before the desk closed. When I boarded the plane, all the other passengers were waiting for me. It was a bit embarrassing, but we took off okay. I had a seat in the middle of the plane, and for the first couple of hours it was fine. So I was reading my book when one of the flight attendants came over and spoke to me. She said that there was something wrong with her seat and that she needed to take mine. I was the last passenger to check in, so they chose me. I asked the flight attendant where I should sit, and she told me that the only place was the toilet. At first, I thought it was a joke, but then I realised that she was serious. So, I was sitting on the toilet when the turbulence started. It was quite frightening because, of course, there was no seat belt in the toilet. I almost fell off a few times. After the turbulence stopped, I opened the door. About 5 passengers were waiting outside to use the toilet. I just closed the door again. And then, to top it all, when we landed at Istanbul, there was a delay of an hour before we could get off the plane because of a problem in the airport. I still can't believe they told me to stay in the toilet for 2 hours. It was terrible. You just can't treat customers like that.
Track 1.34. 1,
It was raining when I left the house.
2,
When I boarded the plane, All the other passengers were waiting for me.
3,
I was reading my book when one of the flight attendants spoke to me.
4,
I was sitting on the toilet when the turbulence started.
Track 1.37. 1,
We were waiting for the bus.
2,
He wasn't hitchhiking.
3,
They were talking to the driver.
4,
He was travelling by train.
5,
They weren't helping the passengers.